Hello and welcome to another Oblivion Plays video here in Dusseldorf. So we're continuing the journey that I started yesterday, which was a flight from Manchester to Dusseldorf, and then the plan today is to continue with the 767-300 down to Dubai, using, as per the couple of flights I did yesterday, using the SimBuddy virtual airline client. Because we're not carrying passengers today, we're not going to be simulating, looking after the passengers with our cabin crew. We're just going to be carrying freight today. Similar to how I explained yesterday, because the way that SimBuddy basically calculates the demand for cargo and passengers for each route, because this is a brand new route for our virtual airline, we've got a very light load today. I think it's something like 600 kilograms of cargo, which is barely anything for the 767. Can carry significantly more than that. But anyway, once we've done this route, it should generate some more cargo for our future flights. So let's jump into the cockpit. It's a very wet day today, as you can see. We will start just by loading up the aircraft. So go to the options, the ground tab. I'll just get my flight plan loaded up. So payload today 647 kilos, which is hardly anything, but we are carrying quite a bit of fuel. Fuel today is 25 tons, so significantly more than the actual cargo that we're carrying. So let's just adjust the load. So our zero fuel weight is 90 tons. So let's take the cargo weight to 0, and then we can work it out from there. So it's only about 200 kilos. The slight difference in zero fuel weight with PFPX and the Flight Factor 767. So in PFPX we're carrying 647 kilos, but on the Flight Factor we're going to have to only carry 200. Fuel 25,455. So quite a hefty amount. Gross weight 115, and that correlates again with our flight plan exactly. Okay, so let's load. So that'll take a little while. In the meantime, let's start working through our checklists. So go to the amplifying checklist. So battery on. Standby power to auto. Electric power is established. Bus die switches to auto. And we're not using the APU, so let's... ground power is available, as I've already set that, so let's attach ourselves to the external power. And then moving over to the preliminary pre-flight, let's get the IRSs into the nav position. Oops. It's fine. We won't check the oxygen. Right, so let's get down to the FMC. What I'll do is I had some feedback that it was quite difficult to read the FMC, so I'll use the pop-up one so it's just a bit clearer for you guys. So AIRAC data is all up to date. What we'll do is just put Dusseldorf in, so Echo Delta Delta Lima. The reference airports. No point in putting the gate in because it never reads it. So that's our coordinates. EDDL for our origin, and then OMDB, Oscar, Mike, Delta, Bravo for our destination of Dubai. Runway today, 23 left. And then we're not using Humpy Route flight number. Just get that actually from SimBuddy. It is 0013. Unlucky for some. And then we'll go to the departure page. And we're using 23 left, and it's the Dode 9 Tango. So bear with me on this one, it's going to take a little while. I couldn't figure out how to do like a company route for the 767 Flight Factor, so I'm not too sure how you do it. So I'm going to have to put everything in manual, so this is going to take a little while because obviously it is a 6-hour flight. So Doden, Yankee 853. In the meantime, feel free to ask me any questions. Yankee 853 to Bombay. Try and do this as quickly as possible for UL 984. Osbit. Direct to Chemies. Direct to Dexit. So our initial cruise altitude is going to be 390, and then at Dexit we're going to do a step climb up to 410. Next is Passat. Direct to Tegri. Then L605 to Neckel. And then P975 to Artat. UP975 to Pebad. And then UM688 to Sidad. And then R784 to Imdat. Almost there. B416 Bravo 416 to Orsar. R784, sorry. To Tutler. And then last couple. L223 to Vuteb, and then it's the Star. So arrival. So we're doing the Vut E3 Charlie to runway 30 right at Dubai. Load that, execute it, and then we'll go through the legs, make sure there's no discontinuities. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Okay, so let's just run through that on the map display, just make sure everything is logical and makes sense. So we'll just go through the steps. I seem to remember Dubai has a crazy arrival route, so we might, when we get a bit closer, just skip some of it out, because it's kind of like an S pattern, the one that I've done before. Yeah, I think it's this one here. Oh, it's not too bad, actually. Yeah, no, that's not too bad. Okay. Right, so yeah, execute that, and then go to init ref. Just load in our weights. That's in here. So, zero fuel weight, 90.0. Reserves, I'll just find out from my plan. 1.5 tons. Cruise altitude, initial cruise altitude is 390. Cost index is 20. Takeoff, flaps 5. D rate 66. CG 29. Trim 0.9, which we can't adjust just yet until we've got decent power hydraulics. Ref speed's on, so a little bit faster than yesterday, unsurprisingly, because we're carrying that extra fuel, but still quite slow for the 767. So that's the pre-flight complete. Excellent. So we'll just go back to the checklist. Let's make sure we're not missing anything there. Perfect. Close the options menu. So pre-flight, yaw dampers on. EEC switch is normal. System pressure check. Left and right engine pumps. Also AP generator. We're not going to just put on just yet. Bus ties to auto, which we've already done. Utility bus switch is on. Oops. Generator controls on. And then, like I said, we're not going to just start the AP just yet. VOR DME onto auto. Just adjust my view a little bit so we can go. There we go. Flight director on. And auto throttle. So what we'll do is we'll set 137, which is already set. Auto throttle on. Heading. Just find out what it is. Use Avitab. So Avitab, really good add-on, like I mentioned yesterday. Gets us, charts and ATIS and other information. Whilst we're here, 1018 is our QNH. Just put that in all our altimeters. And the last one is over here. And then we'll switch over to the charts, and I'm just going to find out what the heading is for the runway. So it was 23 left. So that's 232. Oops, it is. Yeah, the scroll wheels are very useful, but if you miss them, it is really annoying. It just goes a bit crazy. So it's set to 390. Can't activate the L9 and V now. Let's just see if the IRSs are aligned yet. No, they're not, so we can't. So we just need to wait a little bit longer for that. So flight directors are on. Oxygen we don't need to verify, that's fine. Autoline status, yeah. Auto brake to reject to takeoff. That's fine. What we'll do is we'll just set the parking brake now. Let's turn on the traffic. Which we can't do again, I think it's because the IRSs aren't aligned. But we'll do that anyway when we've oh, well, there we go. Actually, they've aligned now. So, put the traffic on. LNAV, VNAV. That's fine. Fine. Let's close the doors. Well, actually, what we do is just load the passengers on from SimBuddy on first, which won't take very long.
Welcome aboard.
And do the seatbelts. Make sure our seatbelt sign is switched on as well. And then I'll just run through our other little bits and bobs to make sure that there's nothing we've missed. We'll just turn on the centre pumps, because I think... where's the fuel? Oh, actually we haven't got anything on our centre oh no, those are the hydraulic pumps. Fuel pumps are here. Here, sorry. So we don't need centre pumps on. Turn these to auto. It's just our, before start flow. It's fine. Just make sure our position light's on as well. Get our temperatures to auto. So otherwise we'll get that. Oh, actually no, we don't get the there's like a virtual flight attendant in the passenger variants of the 767, and it pesters you if everything is like quite set correctly. Particularly if it's too cold or too hot. Packs to auto. And then let's close the doors. Get rid of the bits and bobs. Start the APU. And turn on the beacon once we've done that. Turn on the APU gen, so it's ready when it's running. And put the isolation switches on as well. Just gets the air running from the APU. So it's running, and whilst that's working its magic, we'll just get better pushback pre-planned. So we're going left. It actually is pretty quick. What we'll do is we'll push back to here. Pretty quick taxi, because we're almost at 2-3 left.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Okay, so APU's running. And we're getting the air from the APU as well. Just turn the left and right packs on as well, just in anticipation. Landing altitude is 62. Set 60, and we'll go to auto, and I think that's everything set up there. Good, okay, let's close this down. Yeah, that's good, I think we know where we're going. Let's get pushback coming.
On to cockpit. Toes driving up.
So secondary engine indications are up and now. Pack controls off when we're ready to push back, and then we'll run through the rest of the checklist as we're going. Just put the wiper on. Where is it?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. Set parking brake.
I think he said set parking brake, but it's difficult to understand him. Just see what he's doing. Yeah, he's sort of touching.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Good. Okay, so packs to off.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
And then right engine start first. I don't know why the bus tyres went off automatic. Oh well. Alright, 15. Right, introduce fuel into the engine number 2. So that's power from engine number 2. Starter's cut out, so we'll start engine number 1 now. And introduce fuel. Set flaps 5. Set the trim. Which I'll just get again. Oh, actually no, it's on this page, isn't it? 0.9. Right at the top, because it's so light. Okay.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Back to auto. Set the parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
So gens are on, so APU to off. And anti-ice isn't needed. Back to auto. Turn off the so it's the isolations. APU bleed off. Window heat and parking brake, that's fine. Flap lever is 5 and indicating. Transponder will leave off for now, and then taxi light to on. We don't need the logo light. Okay, so we're good to taxi. I'll just switch the wipers to high just because we're
Tower is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. I'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
I don't know if there's a bug with the APU in the 767 because I can never get it to turn off properly. Because it doesn't seem to be like a delayed start, a delayed shutdown, because it just doesn't turn off. Where's I going? Yep, thumbs up. Let's get going. So taxi to the right. I will just get the chart up actually, just for reference. Just make sure we're going in the right direction. Significantly heavier than we were yesterday. We used quite a lot of power to get going. Take Lima 3 on the chart. Let's see if I can find out about this APU. See if I'm doing something wrong. Anything. It's very strange. We'll go down November and then Lima 1. Okie dokie, so let's turn the transponder on. And then the strobes. Turn off the taxi light and turn on the landing lights. That's the full takeoff checklist complete. Line up onto the runway. We'll try and work out the APU problem when we're back in here. It's probably a case of not reading the manual. Okay, so lined up. Let's go 50%. And then Toga. Knots. one. And rotates. Positive rate, gear up. Just add a bit more up trim. Still trying to head down. Just follow the flight director. Put the autopilot on, and that's the climb power set. Just look on the leg space if we've got any restrictions. I think we're clear pretty much straight up. Ah, that's what I did. It's not accelerating. The L and V now turned themselves off again. So we'll just settle down a bit more. The plane does seem to do some strange things. Right, so checklists, climb, TMCP climb, weather radar, doesn't work. And then the rest of it we'll do as we climb up. Just, the auto brakes automatically switched off. Braking through the cloud layer. Approaching our first flat contraction speed. So we'll go flaps 1. And wipers to low. Oh, we don't need them at all now. And then flaps up. Go on with this water effect. Just see if it clears up. Oh, the APU's turned itself off now. Must be just a time thing then. Just shuts down after a period of time. Which is probably really, which is probably what actually happens in the real aircraft, and I'm just freaking out about it. So we'll set the altitude standard now. Altimeters, sorry. There's the one all the way on the right, first officers. And we break through the cloud layer, look at that. this will disappear. Okay, approaching 10,000 feet. So, lights off. Passenger signs off. Stretch the legs. And do the same on SimBuddy. I think that was all the elements of the checklist. Yeah. That's good to go. So we'll climb up to 390, and then, like I said, there's going to be a step climb a little bit later on in the cruise. I'll just see if I can get this to turn off. But as nice as the rain effects are, it does seem a bit buggy that this has kind of got stuck. Let's have a look. Not there. There we go. Right, so that's that. Just have to reset the effect. Shame, because it is a really nice effect, but not that great when it's bugging out like that. Okay, so let's change the range. Go to maximum. 320 nautical miles. So what I'll do is I'll get us up into the cruise, get us settled, and then I'll stop the live stream, and then we can restart it again when we're approaching Dubai. I guess kind of what I'm trying to do is just kind of do like a hybrid of what I used to do on my YouTube channel. So obviously on my old YouTube channel I used to just do recordings and then upload them, just to keep it interesting, obviously, because the cruise element of the flight is quite dull, you know, unless you're interacting with the audience. So what I've felt like doing, which may or may not work, is to do live streams. Basically, keep it just to the interesting part. So I'll either do very short flights, like I did yesterday to Inverness, which was only about an hour long, where I can keep that interest up because it's basically the cruise element of the flight's very short. Or if I'm doing a longer haul flight, then just focusing in on the takeoff, climb, settling into the cruise, and then cutting it, and then restarting again when we're approaching. If my streams become more popular and I can get a good audience and we can keep, you know, interacting, then I might consider, you know, streaming for longer. But we'll see how it goes. I think today what I'll do is I'll wait till we hit the cruise altitude, and then we'll cut it there. So we've got some traffic to our 10 o'clock. Looks like it's going away from us. It's about 20 nautical miles away anyway, so it's not infringing our airspace or anything like that. With world traffic, as I mentioned, you can set it to show traffic on the TCAS, but it only goes up to about 20 flights, so it's not going to be particularly densely populated. Hold your ears because it's going to be loud. Cool. So, approaching the cruise altitude, not much more to do now, other than just sit back and relax and kind of enjoy the rest of the cruise. So what I'll do is I'll end the stream now. Like I said, I'll restart a little bit later on once we're getting close to Dubai. What I'll do is I'll kind of, like I did for this one, is just put a kind of announcement of when it's going to be released, and then you guys can join then. So I hope to see you guys later on. And yeah, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, thanks very much.